Wow, it's been a minute since I vlogged. Why is it so weird, dude? I was like, why is it weird to vlog? It's been a minute. Like, it's been a minute. I feel like I vlog really randomly. So I thought, like, why not just sit down and do a Q&A right now while I get ready. A little get ready with me. Have I ever done a get ready with me? Oh my god. Let me go ahead and do my eyebrows real quick. I'll come back and see what questions you guys have. Oh, so now there's a lot of questions already, girl. Oh my gosh. Okay, a lot of postpartum stuff. Somebody asked if my baby is sleeping through the night, and she I think she kind of is. I'd say she wakes up like once a night, which is not bad at all. In the beginning, she would wake up like every 2 hours or so. Usually like around 2 to 3, she'll have a feeding. And since I'm up late, like I'll just be on my phone chilling. So that feeding doesn't like wake me up or anything, because I go to sleep a little late. So then she'll eat again like at like, I don't know, like 7. Like, so she'll do like a 4-hour stretch for sure. She can definitely do a 4-hour stretch. Sometimes she'll do like a 5-hour stretch if she eats more, but she is sleeping well. Like, I'm not having to wake up every hour or whatever. Like in the beginning, I feel like I was waking up more. Like that's when I was really tired, but right now I feel like it's gotten easier. So I would say she's sleeping through the night. I need to start tracking it more. I have an app where I was actually tracking like every time she was eating, every time she was like sleeping, every time she was pooping or peeing, and it was just a lot to keep track of all that. And I was just like, yo, this is too much. Like, to track every time she eats and track every time she poops and track every time she takes a nap. I was like, girl,
it's a lot of tracking.
It's a lot of tracking. And like, how does this make it easier? Like, if anything, it's just another task that I have to be writing everything down. But like, I keep mental notes. Like, she ate 2 hours ago, she's gonna eat soon, you know?
Love that. Somebody
asked, does Mia have curly or straight hair? Maybe you guys are asking because sometimes she has curly hair in some pictures and some it's like straight as hell. She has curly hair, but it's so confusing because like her hair is super curly when wet, and then if you brush it out, like it'll flatten out like straight, like super straight. So I don't know, we're not there yet where I could confidently say if her hair's straight or curly. Can somebody let me know? Like, I don't know, y'all. Like, I'm assuming her hair is gonna be curly if it's curling up, right? But maybe I'm wrong. Like my niece and nephew, both of them have really curly hair. They take that from my brother's side, so like our side of the family. Someone asked how many kids do I want to have in total. I want to have more kids, y'all. Y'all, if I could have a bunch of kids, I would. Like, seriously. I went to my 6-week appointment and my doctor asked if I'm doing like birth control or anything, obviously, you know. And I didn't even know, like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Why am I contemplating taking birth control? It's not because I want to get pregnant like immediately. That's not the case. Something about going from trying every time to getting on birth control is so weird. I'm like, oh my god, it's so weird. I'm gonna consider it, y'all. Like, everybody asks me, my mom asked me to, like, so like, are you thinking of getting on birth control? You know, just like normal, because everybody would typically get on birth control after. And I do think about it, but I'm not like in a rush to get it. But like, I really should chill though, because what if I get pregnant like right away? It almost feels like I don't believe I would get pregnant right away, but also like I really could, very well could get pregnant right away. I'll definitely consider it. I will definitely consider it. I don't know if I just have a really good baby or what, but I actually really like being a parent. Like, I love it where, oh, I have to go wash this beauty sponge. Don't you hate it when you're like fully in the zone and then you have to wash your beauty blender? Oh, BRB. I don't know if my baby's just a really good baby or if I just am really enjoying parenting. I would do it again a million times. I'm just kidding. A million times, man. But what I'm saying is, like, you will do it and go through the pain. I just think motherhood is beautiful. It does, you know, take up your time. It takes up your entire day, actually. I feel like your priorities change and like your outlook on life changes. Your like outlook on the future changes when you have a kid. I just think about us now, like our family. I think I'll start considering it again and getting pregnant again when she's like 1 year old, 1 or 2. 1 or 2 or 3. Also, can we talk about how she looks exactly like Raul? I know some people say she looks like me. I feel like I see me in some angles, because like I'm her mom, so I obviously like know all her angles and stuff. Like I'm seeing her all the time, you know. So yeah, like I can't lie, even if people do say that she looks nothing like me or just like Raul, I'm not gonna lie, like there is times where I see myself in her. You know what's nice about that though? Like I was telling Raul, I was like, I mean, I did want her to look like me. Like I kind of wanted a mini twin. But what is beautiful about them looking like their dad is obviously they're their dad, you know. And like it is beautiful because when you see them, like you see your spouse, and it is really cute because you're like, we're literally a family. It's like a reminder, like them looking like their dad, it's a reminder of your family, which is really cute when you think of it that way. Oh my gosh, this is such a good question. Somebody said, how is breastfeeding producing enough? I'm struggling here. Our babies are 1 day apart. Oh my gosh, girl. Congrats on your baby, first of all. I can't believe our babies are only 1 day apart. That's crazy. Also, I look crazy right now, and it's because I have no contour on yet. Girl, trust the process, please, because I know that this part looks a little crazy. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. It's been really hard. I originally planned to breastfeed. It was one of the things that I was looking forward to the most. It was breastfeeding and bonding with my baby, y'all. Like, no lie. She latched and everything at the hospital. Postpartum, I remember her like just suckling for like half an hour and thinking, wow, I did it. Like, she's latched. You know, when she got jaundice, you guys, I kind of wish I would have still continued to breastfeed, because once she ended up getting jaundice in the hospital, that's when they obviously... What's wrong, mama? That's when they suggested, you know, maybe starting the formula, because they wanted to flush out the jaundice quickly, you know. And I wasn't opposed to it. Like, I was on board. I remember when she had jaundice and obviously in the hospital, my milk hadn't come in immediately. You know, I know that colostrum is enough to feed them, and technically they're born enough, like with enough, you know, fat to hold up those days with colostrum before your milk actually comes in. But as a new mom, I feel like it would like scare me that she wasn't eating even. And I remember the nurses reassuring me, like, she's fine, you know, you have colostrum, which is basically a really thick consistency that you produce before you produce your milk. It's like when they're born, that's what you produce, and it's almost like honey like. Like, I remember it was almost like honey. It's very little that you produce. Well, at least that I was producing very, very little of it, the colostrum. But it was like a honey where it's like super thick. And that's supposed to help them like for the first few days while your milk comes in. So that's what I was producing at first. But I don't know, I just felt like horrible. And I just felt like she was hungry. And I remember when they suggested formula because of the jaundice, I remember immediately like, yes, please, like, let's do the formula because I want her to eat. And I thought at one point I blamed myself that she got the jaundice because I didn't feed her formula like the first night. And I just thought about it too much, where I was like, let's do the formula, oh my gosh, like, let's flush it out. And you know, I'm realizing like how common jaundice is. Like, I'm realizing how common it is, where now I'm like, dang, like I could have like held up and I just breastfed her, you know, even if formula was suggested. Or I could have like continued to pump, you know. When my milk first came in, I was engorged. Like, the milk came in so hardcore, and I was pumping like crazy and also doing formula, and I was doing both. I feel like adjusting to the new life, like parent life, and just formula feeding her but having to pump on the side, and having her latch on you, because that's what they suggested at the hospital. Feed her the formula, then pump, and then have her latch to you. And I remember thinking like, this is a lot, because you gotta be getting up every 2 to 3 hours to feed them in the beginning. So once you like feed them, once you burp them, then you're like pumping, and then you're like having them try to latch after that. You know, I give it up for y'all that really do all that, because it was really hard. I am still pumping, but I'm not gonna lie, like the first couple weeks I fell off with pumping. Like, my pumping, like I was still pumping, but I was pumping like 2 to 3 times a day when I should be pumping every single like 2 hours, you know. But I did not think my milk supply would go down. I'm so dumb. I really just didn't think it would go down. Like, I had so much milk in the beginning. I was pumping like 2 to 3 times a day. And with that 2 to 3 times a day, like I was pumping a lot. So I was feeding her the breast milk. Oh my God, I look crazy right now. So everything was going really good. And then as the days went by with only pumping 2 to 3 times a day, my body probably thought I didn't need to produce much milk. So my milk supply dropped significantly, and I'm still pumping, but I'm at a point where I'm pumping so little where it's pointless to like strictly breastfeed. It's literally pointless because she will starve. And it's so sad because I really wanted to breastfeed. I have bought like lactation cookies, I've bought lactation crackers, I bought lactation drink stuff, like things to make drinks with lactation stuff. I bought lactation gummies. I upped my pumping, like I've been pumping more now, even if it's getting up like at night, like since I go to sleep late, even if it's pumping late at night, like I'll try to pump late at night to like help it get up a bit. I'm really trying to up my milk supply, and I feel like it's slowly coming up. I feel like even just a day or two of not pumping really like your milk supply decreases a lot, and that's something that I didn't take serious in the beginning. I thought my milk supply is thriving, I can go a day or two without pumping, and that's not how it works because your body is like on supply and demand. Not giving up. Even if I freaking get back to my milk supply when she's 5 months, I don't care. Like I still want to do it. I still want to breastfeed.
You know, like a weird thing I did hear about is that there's like a guy kind of like he develops like breast milk too in a way, like a little bit. It's weird, yeah. I read that somewhere.
Guys develop breast milk?
I guess when they have a baby, like I don't know, something like in your body.
No more too breastfeeding. Okay, colostrum?
What is that?
Is that what you're developing?
What's colostrum?
Like the stuff I had before my milk came in.
I don't know, but I read that somewhere.
All right, I'm gonna go fix myself up a little bit and I'll be back. I'm wearing on my lips, I'm wearing Beauty Creations. I'm wearing the Murillo Twins lip liner. I believe it's the Britney lip liner with the gloss, and also a Beauty Creations, like another lipstick. They're actually like stocked up again, you guys, so make sure you guys go get it because they sold out really quickly. And I love a lot of collabs, but I can't lie, y'all, like this was my favorite collab by far. I actually ran through the lip combos like really quickly, so I'm excited to have a new one. Oh, and then I'm wearing gold dipped. I freaking love gold dip. I'm putting on the Britney lash, no, the Brianna lash. Yeah, this is a Brianna lash. Okay, we're gonna go visit Raul's mom today. So Maya's gonna go see her grandma. Also, you know what's crazy, guys? Like, you know, like whenever we post our baby online, we obviously post her like when she's happy, and it's funny because, you know, or you can see on Instagram, you know, like babies like just thriving and so excited, but you never post obviously them like screaming their head off. You know, like they have their ups and downs. Like they're babies, like they're all the same, they all cry. I mean, some babies are more calm than others. I would say she's actually a calm baby. Everybody who's like a parent that has met her says that she's really good. But yeah, it's funny because, you know, like they all cry. Like she definitely has her moments where she's like screaming for no reason, and then you change her diaper, you know she's fed, you rock her around, you're like trying to rock her, trying to like calm her down, and sometimes she's just fussy. I had one day, like we had one day where I was like, oh my gosh, I have never heard her cry like this. Like literally, I was like, what is happening? And then my mom, of course, like my mom's super helpful, so even my mom was like trying to like rock her, or you know, whatever. Like, you know, my mom has 6 kids, and even she was like, I don't know what's wrong with her. And I was like, girl, I don't know what's going on. But that was the only like rough day that I remember thinking like, what the heck?
She was happy.
Are you happy now, my baby? Oh my goodness, you're so big. What's wrong? What's wrong? Let me see if y'all, oh my gosh. So cute. I just opened up my Instagram and Alondra, she looks so cute. Oh my gosh, she's gonna have her baby so soon. 38 weeks, wow. I had my baby at 38 weeks, oh my gosh. Oh, this is a good question. Someone said, how is your diabetes, how is it going? Like, is it gone? I think it's gone, you guys. So I need to go do my 6-week, the drink. But I mean, I'm like hoping it really is gone, but I feel confident that it is because I've been like taking my sugar, like checking my sugar levels and stuff, and everything seems like back to normal almost like overnight. It's crazy because they were checking my sugars like in postpartum, and it's like the moment she came out, my sugar was just like boom, just everything went down, like everything was good. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. But I do need to go take my glucose test, like the one with the drink. But I'm like pretty confident that it's gone. Still a little worried that there's a chance or whatever, but I've been checking my sugars, and that's kind of what's been reassuring me. No matter like what I eat after, like I'll check my sugar after, and it's like always normal, even if it's whether it's a good meal or like a not so good meal. So that kind of reassures me that everything's good. But I obviously like want to lay back on the sugars in general, because you know, I don't want to like worry about that. I don't know what I was expecting when I was pregnant. Like I didn't, it was the unknown. Like I didn't know what parenthood was like. I didn't know if it was gonna be hard, if it was gonna be easy. Like, you know, we had never had kids before, obviously, but definitely easier than I thought so far, just because she's so little still. The positives outweigh the negatives for me 100%. Like I might be backed up with work, but I love being a mom. Like I really like it. What's my favorite thing about Mia right now? My favorite thing about her right now is she's a good baby. She's a happy baby. And as newborns, they make all these face expressions because they're just like, I'm sure it's just like their faces making faces like, but I think that she's really getting a smile now. I mean, she's about to be 2 months. I think her smile is genuine now. You could like see it in her eyes. Like when she smiles at you, you could see the smile. It's so beautiful. Like in the beginning, she was just kind of making faces, but now like you could see that it's a real smile. And it's my favorite thing about her right now. Like just like her smile. Somebody said, what was the scariest part about giving birth? I think the scariest for me was the contractions, just because like I told you guys that I got the epidural, but something went wrong where like only one side of my body got numb, and I can't even imagine what really the pain would have been like if I didn't get any epidural, because if one side was being numb, that means I only felt like 50% of the contraction, and that alone was like actual misery. Like I remember sitting there and telling Ro, this is torture, and I was like crying, and also like pushing for 3 hours. But the pushing part, like you do get breaks in between, and I remember at one point they told me like you need to relax, like you need to rest. So I was actually looking forward to pushing. Like that's all I wanted was to push. I remember at one point I was like, can I just please start pushing, like check me, because they wouldn't check my cervix, and then they did check me and I was 10 centimeters. So I was like and that's when I finally started pushing. It's crazy because when you're there, you're just thinking like, how is my body doing this shit? Like how is my body doing this? I remember being so freaking tired, like so tired. I remember looking at my mom, because everybody was trying to encourage me to push, and I was like, I can't do it. What the fuck is wrong with me? Somehow, some way, she came out, girl, and I pushed for dear life. Oh my gosh, you know how I told you guys that oh my god, so somebody asked me if I actually farted or like pooped, because I remember like days before going to labor, I asked you guys on Instagram, I was like, am I gonna fart during labor? Everybody was saying that you could even shit, you know? And I knew that you could poop, but I was like, what about farting? Because farting is like, if you're pushing down there, I could see how you could avoid pooping, but like farting, like you gotta have gas, you know? I don't remember if I farted or not. Did I poop? I think I pooped, but like very minimal. It happens, you guys. It happens. I didn't even know it, but I just remember the nurse telling me like, I need you to push down here, like push my fingers out, because they like be all in there and stuff. And at that point I didn't give a crap like if I pooped or not, or if I farted, or if I let out a bunch of like, at that point I didn't care if a freaking shit went flying in someone's face. Like at that point I was just thinking like, I need to push this baby out and I need to do whatever it takes. I didn't even know if I pooped or not until Raul told me that he thinks that I did. He said that it was very little. It wasn't like a freaking like literally like a piece of poop. I know it's disgusting, y'all, but it's very normal. He said that it was like very like little. I don't know if it was runny, I don't know what the heck it was, but he said something came out, but that it was very little a bit. I was like, God. In that moment you don't even know what the hell's coming out of you. And I keep asking Raul, I'm like, how was that seeing her like come out of there? Because that would be traumatic for me to see even as myself. But he says that he doesn't remember fully like seeing everything, that he just remembers like focusing on her head and like her image of me opening up. Like that didn't really like traumatize him, because he was so focused on like, I guess her, like he was so shocked seeing her come out that he didn't really pay attention to like the opening and like all the other crazy stuff. I was an emotional wreck looking back at my vlogs pregnant. Like, it's crazy to look back. Like, we were so like, I mean, y'all know how excited I was, like so excited. And you know, you're going to the hospital and you know that you're gonna have a baby, but when you come out with a human being, girl, when you see that person, girl, it's crazy. Girl, it is insane. Like, it is just crazy how you could make life. That part, bitch. That part. So you make the person, right? Like, you give birth and you're like, we made a human being, bitch. We made a human, like, how? And then you give birth to that human and then you're like, how did my body do that? I remember showering in the hospital postpartum, and I remember like there showering, looking at my stomach, like, you know, all floppy, like I had just given birth, and I was like, whoa, you did that. Like, I had never been so proud of my body before. I've never been so proud of my body. Like, what? Like, girl, I don't know. And then bringing that baby home and keeping them alive, like, and they're thriving and they're gaining weight like they should and they're happy. You're like, I'm doing it? Like, what? You're like, I'm really a mother. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It's nice. Like, it's really nice. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this. Like, this is what my parents did, and now I'm in that position now. And you think about it, you're like, we are this girl's everything. It's crazy. Like, you really think of, you know how you see your parents and you like admire them and they're like heroes to you. I thought once I gave birth, I thought I would stop crying. Like, but like, you think of that and you're like, we're her everything. Like, she didn't even know how she got here. She just knows that the two of us are there to like serve her and like to be there for her, and like we're all she knows. She's a perfect little girl, and we're just happy. We are. I'm gonna go ahead and go do my hair real quick. I'm going to change Mia, get her ready to go see her grandma. I'm thinking of picking up a little bit, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.
We came to Wabi Sabi with the fam, and my mom, and my nieces.
She's knocked out.
¿Así probamos todo?
¿Usted nunca ha probado el sushi? Ajá. Si quieres.
O con la mano, yo lo agarro con la mano.
A mí se me hace bueno.
Ahí están los platos, mira.
Aquí no. Ay. She's never had sushi. A ver si le gusta.
¿Así está bueno, verdad? Sí. Está bueno. La manteca, eso. Sí.
All right, you guys, we are back home now. I didn't really vlog after I got ready. I didn't even vlog like getting her ready or like me finishing getting ready, because getting a baby ready is not the smoothest sometimes. I did do her hair today. I'll post some stories here. I'm not sure if I vlogged much of her, but we did her hair and we did little pigtails for the first time. And I can't believe like how well like they held up, because she has so much hair. And now we're back home and I took my lashes off. I got to take this makeup off and we're gonna be going to sleep. But Mia is eating right now. I'm actually in the nursery right now. We're in the nursery. We're always in here. We are actually sleeping in the nursery. I know some of you guys have asked like why I'm using this bed. But I don't think you guys have noticed I'm actually in the nursery. It's kind of a long story, but you know how this room's like connected to the bathroom and then to the bedroom? Well, there's construction being done in the other bedroom. I don't even want to like stress about it, because this company like that we're working with, we have been working with them for like legit over 3 months now, and it was a job that the guy like of the company promised was so easy and fast. It sucks, but at this point, like me and Ro have talked about it, and we're like, we literally just have to like sit back and hope for them to finish soon, because there's nothing we can do anymore. So we literally moved a bed. Well, when we got back from the hospital, my dad was kind enough to move this bed that I had. This is a bed that I had in LA. He moved this bed into the nursery room, and luckily it fits in here, and it's honestly been working out great. I can't complain because, you know, her bassinet is here, her crib is here, her changing station is here, so we've been using everything. I can't complain, but it's not something I expected at all. And even when I went into labor, I was like, worst case, it'll take a couple weeks, you know. Here we are, my baby's gonna be 2 months old, and I'm like, it's gonna be 4 months now, like. But we're here in the nursery for now because the room is not like livable, like it really isn't. So it's actually been nice being in the nursery because everything's here, and then we don't have to worry about the other room because we're pretty like far from it, and there's a plastic that literally like covers it. It's almost like a door. That's why we're in here. I cannot complain because I'm grateful that we have this room, and honestly it's like a blessing in disguise because I've realized having everything in here is very, very helpful, having her changing station and stuff. So maybe we'll rearrange the nursery to be like our bedroom slash nursery and just keep it as one. Maybe we will do that. Maybe once everything's done, I'll have that like as a sitting area, like the other bedroom. But hopefully everything's done soon. And you know what? Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I'm gonna say it. It's a blessing in disguise. Once that room is done, I have a feeling that I'm gonna do something else with it. So I don't know, but it has been nice having everything here. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. It was a really nice day. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm thinking tomorrow I need to get into cleaning up, and I'm also gonna organize this nursery. We have been going through onesies like crazy. We gotta do some laundry, and her little drawer area where her changing station is a complete disaster. I haven't actually like folded her clothes and put it back in there. Like, well, sometimes we'll like put stuff in there, but it has just been a mess. Like there's a lot of laundry, her laundry in the crib right now. So I'm gonna get through all that tomorrow. So I'll be vlogging tomorrow for you guys, and I'll see you guys in a few days when I upload a new vlog. Thanks for watching, you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.